Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPaWrites here again, and today I wanted to talk about what I think is the most underrated weapon type in all of Destiny 2 PvP. That is the Trace Rifle, specifically the exotic Trace Rifles, which I believe are just insanely powerful right now. They just recently got a 4% overall damage boost, which is not insane by any measure, but it does help, and in my opinion, they're perfect for challenging the SMG meta, which is so popular right now. I have absolutely destroyed the Immortal at times with these things in a one-to-one battle, and that's the way it should be. These are special weapons, they take up special ammo, etc., but I think for a long time people have been sleeping on them and not really considered them all that great for PvP, because there was a period of time where they just weren't that good. But after testing out things like Wave Splitter, Cold Heart, Prometheus Lens, all of the footage you're going to see is this week with Cold Heart, but I have been using the others. I actually made some videos on them in the past, especially Wave Splitter and how good that is. I made a video on Ruinous Effigy as well. That one's more for fun, but overall the Trace Rifles I think are just in a really good spot, and they just work really well in the meta right now. You're going to see a lot of fusion rifles, a lot of shotguns, and a lot of SMGs. And all it takes is just a little step back and get out of range of those types of weapons, and you're absolutely going to melt. Especially when I go one-on-one with a SMG, like I was saying earlier, there were so many times where I was able to outduel the Immortal just because I had this Trace Rifle, and because it's an exotic at times. It's just, if I have the buff active for like Wave Splitter, or if I have Cold Heart juiced up because of a Arc Synergy, it's just going to absolutely destroy. And it's one of my favorite things to do in the Crucible right now, because I love finding weapon types that aren't often used and really testing their limits, seeing how good they can possibly be. Now, this is not going to appease the hardcore Destiny PvP folks who live by the Bushido code of hand cannon shotgun only, but I apologize to no one. I'm in Destiny PvP to have a good time, and for me, finding different types of metas, using different weapons every single season is my type of fun. And I wouldn't be surprised if in the future at some point, mark this down for right now, write it down on your calendar, mark it somewhere, leave a comment, I don't care what you do, mark my words, there's going to be time where we're going to look up and it'll be like, how the hell did we get into a fully Trace Rifle meta in Destiny 2 PvP? And I'll tell you right now, it starts with where we're at the current time. These things are very, very good. You have to obviously hit your shots. You got to win your gunfights. But once you get them juiced up, especially because everybody seems to be running special ammo, for a while there when shotguns decreased in popularity and fusion rifles were okay but not dominant, we saw a rise in the double primary system that I believe has gone away. And because of that, you're getting enough ammo with your Trace Rifles to consistently engage with them. And that's so important. If you get starved for ammo with these, you're absolutely out of luck. And that's one of the most unfortunate parts. The nice thing about Trace Rifles too is you can kind of pair it with whatever you want. If you want to pair it with a long range option like a scout rifle, you can pair it with a close range option like a SMG or a sidearm, even an AR if you want to just continue the mid-range action for sure. There are so many ways to mix and match this weapon with these weapons with other archetypes, other weapon types in the game right now, that I feel like it just allows you to be super versatile. And for me, that's really important. I don't enjoy playing one playstyle all the time, and so that allows me to really mix it up. Some games I'm diving in there with the Arc Titan with my Cold Heart, maybe a sidearm, something like that. Other times I'm going to rock my Warlock that has Devour proc with my Wave Splitter and just be absolutely melting everybody, healing as I do, and it's insane. So there's just so many options with the Trace Rifle right now that I just feel like they're in a really good spot, and I've honestly been surprised nobody's been talking about it. Obviously, we see the Immortal is very dominant. We have Cloud Strike be very, very strong. We see Le Monarch is actually stupid, like how many people are using it right now, especially in 6v6. But Trust me when I say try on one of these trace rifles, test it out for yourself. If you don't like it, come to my channel and yell at me. I don't care. I will tell you that I think they are absolutely insane. And maybe I do play on console. I'm going to tell you that right now. The SMG meta isn't quite as insane on console as you might see on PC. So there's a chance that because of the way the recoil works, because of mouse and keyboard players, that trace rifles won't be as viable on PC. But I play on PS5, and I can tell you right now, I have had some very insane games with these weapons, and I just feel like they're in a great spot, and that kind of fills me with joy. I would love for every single weapon type to be viable at all times. I know that's not possible, but for me, I just want to see more and more of them be available to be used as consistently as possible, so that way I can mix it up as much as I possibly can. So overall, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. So are you enjoying using any different types of weapons outside of the meta? Are there weapons in the game, whether it's specific legendaries or exotics, that you believe I should be testing out? Because for the rest of the season, I'm really not tied to any builds or loadouts or anything like that. And so I'm asking you guys to give me some ideas on other things to use that maybe you don't see that often, that you found effective, or that you think could be really good and you want someone to test them out. I'm not the most insane PvP player, but I play pretty consistent. I'm probably a bit above average, and I'm able to use a variety of weapons. So because of that, because of my ability to switch up my playstyle consistently, I feel like I'm in a good spot to test out weapons more so than some folks who might only ever run hand cannon, shotgun, or something like that. So there are other insane weapons in the game as well right now. I know Crimson's been pretty solid. I've been seeing it a lot of places in PvP 6v6 especially. So what are you guys seeing out there? What weapons would you like to see me use in the future? Are there any other insanely broken options that just nobody is talking about that you think I should be testing out? I'd love to hear from you guys. This channel is all about talking about what is important among the community, and so for that reason, I just want to try to really focus on things that feedback that people give me, and try out things that are either underrated, underutilized, anything like that. Anyway, I know I kind of rambled a little bit there, but yeah, use trace rifles. Thank me later. My name is Jopa. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, helps me out tremendously, shows you want to see more Destiny 2 content from me going forward. Channel's been absolutely insane lately, so thank you all so much for that. I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.